Payday 3's flop leads to its CEO getting dropped. The former Xbox boss who says GenZ may kill consoles, and the $9 indie game for you old school COD Zombie fans. I'm Ash Dixon, and this is Jinx News. Let's start the show with Payday 3, the highly anticipated bank heist shooter that dropped off the face of the earth faster than dubstep. It had every advantage. A new game was long overdue, it had a cult-like following, and the genre was void of any real alternatives. But nope, following an embarrassingly bad launch plagued by server issues and the bizarre decision to add challenge-based progression, it failed to ever take off. In fact, when I checked the concurrent Steam numbers earlier, it was at a pathetically low 172 players. And in a strangely rare turn of events, the CEO of developer Starbreeze has been removed for poor performance. It was a decision made by the company's board, and an interim CEO has been appointed while they find a replacement. Meanwhile, the studio is busy at work with what they're calling Operation Medic Bag, essentially a year-long development roadmap with the sole purpose of salvaging the game. The plan is to bring back classic progression and an offline mode, along with a whole load of other things, but whether it's too little too late is another question. What do you think though? Can Starbreeze pull off a No Man's Sky? Is ditching the CEO the right move? Let me know down in the comments. The narrative of no one wants consoles anymore has reared its ugly head once again, this time in claims that it's GenZ who will kill them off. It's an opinion seemingly held exclusively by so-called industry experts that video game consoles are as outdated as the mini disc player or anything that comes out of Ricky Gervais's mouth. Funny how they continue to sell gangbusters despite this, but hey, all the people buying them are clearly wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. And now they've been affirmed by former Xbox and EA head Peter Moore in an interview with IGN, where he said, "We're not in the living room anymore. We're back in the bedroom with our YouTube influencers, our TikTok creators, and it's about content on demand. GenZ is coming through and they're going, why do I need to spend $400 or $500 on a bespoke piece of gaming hardware when I've got my smartphone, or I got my PC or my Mac?" And he may have a point. Young people have grown up with a smartphone in their pocket in a way that no other generation has before. And with that, they've been influenced by YouTube and Twitch streamers playing games in their bedrooms on PCs, and they want to emulate that for themselves. But haven't gaming executives been telling us that consoles are dead for decades now? In fact, Moore himself was saying this back in 2007. He thought TVs would have enough technology to be able to play games, making consoles irrelevant. But I mean, have you ever used a smart TV that doesn't take more than 5 minutes to do literally anything? The truth is, console development is not only expensive, but generally a loss maker. Executives would love nothing more than for all those games to be sold digitally on hardware that they don't have to produce, which would be the case if games were exclusively on phones and PCs. But they've been trying to gaslight gamers for years by telling us what we want, and then we go out and buy more consoles anyway. See the pattern? And we all know that the games industry is struggling at the moment. Job losses everywhere, spiraling development costs, and many titles cancelled. There needs to be reasonable and practical solutions to this. But as history has taught us, and as we have to keep repeating, getting rid of consoles altogether is not the answer. We don't always cover new unknown indie games because, well, there's a ton of them and they can be exceptionally hit or miss. However, every now and then one comes along with the sole intention of scratching a particular itch that's been grating a whole bunch of people. Remember the good old days of wave-based Call of Duty Zombies? Well, a new indie game, Hellbreach Vegas, is bringing it back. Its early access has dropped on Steam for just $9, and its mission is simple. Buddy up with up to 4 people and see how long you can survive the zombie onslaught. It's made by just one person and it wears its inspiration on its sleeve. You'll be building barriers, unlocking new rooms, and picking up an array of weapons and perks. If only those zombies had some fascist armbands, you'd think you were right back on Nacht der Untoten. And look, normally I'd be crying plagiarism, but let's be honest, Activision really doesn't seem keen on providing for such a niche. They'd much rather tack on a zombies mode onto their Warzone map, alongside their latest campaign, the old 3 birds, 1 stone approach. Obviously, this isn't the only wave-based zombie game either. Killing Floor says hello, and I do question that name. Hellbreach Vegas very much reminds me of Hellgate London, and boy, you don't want to be associated with that flop. Either way, it's only $9 and it looks like it has some serious potential, and as someone who has a crippling addiction to chasing nostalgia, I say sign me up. Let's storm straight into our quickfire round. The lore of Helldivers 2 is pretty simple. Bugs and automatons bad, sweet sweet democracy good. And while we've been cleansing and liberating a load of planets, very little is known about what's been going down on our own little blue marble. Well, we've now had a sneak peek thanks to a new map posted on the Helldivers Discord by the Arrowhead CEO. And it seems like some real has gone down. Most notably, the UK is gone, which, going by our current decline, valid. We're not the only victims though. Ireland and large parts of Russia, Greenland and Canada are now uninhabitable wastelands too. And who knows, maybe this is all hints that a fun excursion back home may be coming to the game sometime soon. On to some Zelda now. While most of us haven't touched Tears of the Kingdom for quite some time, there's still a dedicated group of engineers on a mission to break the game. Cue Reddit user Oshkosh Ganache, who's recently discovered that by combining depot elevator rails, a star fragment, a stabilizer, a Zonai fan and a seesaw that can only be found in one particular shrine, well, you can build a creation that goes so fast it would be right at home on the tab of Sonic's incognito browser. The issue is, it goes so fast that it inevitably self-destructs. Now, in this clip, I was excited to see it fly off into the distance, but it just goes to show how bad at Zelda I am, because, oh yeah, recall exists. Not that remembering that makes you any better at the game, apparently. Last up, McDonald's is getting possibly the best Happy Meal crossover of all time. Yu-Gi-Oh! Meets Hello Kitty. Just look at those adorable little motherfuckers. Hello Kitty as Dark Magician, Cinema Roll as Blue Eyes, yes please. Though now I'm going to break your heart because the promotion is only happening in one country, Belgium. And that's the show. If we hit 10k subs by next week, I'll fly to Belgium and review those toys myself. And nope, no one in charge here knows I put that into the script, so you know what to do. Check out yesterday's video somewhere around here, and we'll see you tomorrow.